Right, we're going to the second match of an Aether Vault draft, and we would like to play first, and this is a good hand. No efficient construction, but it's about all you can ask for. You know, we can curve out 2, 3 to 4, and we have a one. I can actually curve out 1 through 4, but our one drop's not a creature, so it's not really curving out. Okay. Implement. Okay. I'm going to play our construct now. Come on, efficient construction, be on top. Oh, I'll take it. We'll be able to play it next turn easily. And it's going to be better than playing any of the other stuff we have. Ooh, Aether Geode Miner. That card doesn't seem like it does much, but I mean, it is just like a nice beater that's very difficult to block. And in addition to that, Black-White loves Revolt, so we may be looking at some ugly Revolt things that are about to happen. Well, we are going to attack with our Eager Construct. I just don't imagine our opponent blocks. And then I think we probably want to play Sweatworks Brawler. So we will. This thing's like very difficult to kill if you don't just do it right away. I don't think I want to block and trade. Okay, well now I don't even have the choice, so I won't be. All right. Gonna attack again with Eager Construct. I'm gonna play Watchful Automaton, and I'm like perfectly willing to just block Aether Geode Miner with it, and my opponent can decide whether or not they want to blink him. Yeah, if my opponent has Revolt, like it's like no problem, and he probably does since he's attacking. I mean, it's a free attack basically. You get to see what your opponent can do about you attacking, and then decide what you want to do. Looks like we're just going for the trade, which I'm okay with. My opponent might have something with Revolt, but he could have gotten the Revolt trigger anyway. He does, but like I said, he could have gotten the Revolt trigger anyway without having to actually lose his miner. But he may want the 4 energy, I suppose. Okay, I'm going to crack the implement here. See what we can draw. Ooh, there it is. There it is. Okay. We are going to play Hinterland Drake. Luckily, we had a hand that was just like filled with creatures. So even though our opponent has blown up 2 of them, killed 2 of them, we're okay. Yeah, we're hopefully about to take off here. Okay, so we'll attack with Hinterland Drake. May get impeccable timing or something. No. Okay, we're going to play Efficient Construction. Our opponent may have another Decommission, which would also make us pretty sad. But, you know, it's not the end of the world if he does. It's just not going to be as much fun for us. And I say it would increase our chances of winning. Decrease, I mean, our chances of winning. Okay. See, this spot removal that our opponent has is not going to be very good against the Efficient Construction nonsense. I feel like with Tezzeret's Touch in my hand, playing the maps is already a good idea. And then also, we're going to get a Thopter. So, so let's do that. Opponent may have extra decommissions that are going to come in out of their sideboard, which will be sad, but we already got 2 Thopters out of it, so that's all right. Sly Requisitioner, huh? That can do some silly things for sure. That may be our opponent's plan, to do silly things. Okay. At my upkeep, I think I'm going to sack one of the maps and get a swamp. We're going to keep the other map. It may be what we're going to put Tezzeret's Touch on. In fact, it likely is what we're going to put Tezzeret's Touch on. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. This map's going to get big. What's happening here? There it goes. Lag City. All right. So we could also play Foundry Assembler here, but I think the damage is worth just going all in here. Opponent has no good blocks to be made. We could have put this on a Thopter, which I guess would have been pretty solid, but you know, 5/5 flyer I guess is pretty good. But I think what it did is okay. Okay. We're not going to take the extra damage, and we get back the map, which will trigger our efficient construction again, so I will take it. And we also will take that. Okay. And what do we get? Oh yeah, we can take that hold off for upkeep, I guess. That's interesting. Well, we're going to swing with both Thopters, I know that much. Is it better here to just play the Aviator? Probably not. It's probably better to play the map and our P-Foul. Yeah. We could also just play Foundry Assembler, which I guess is actually better right now. So that's what we'll do. All right. Well, we got another game where we got to go off with efficient construction, at least. Our opponent has so much removal. But like I said, we're in a place where the removal, while quite good, it's not good against efficient construction at all, because we just make Thopters everywhere we go. I think I'm going to sack my map at my upkeep again. Try to increase our frequency of drawing an artifact, basically. Grab a mountain. All right, we're going to swing with all of our Thopters. And then I think we play Experimental Aviator. So, yeah, look at all this removal. It's crazy. Thopters for the win there. So, our opponent likes artifacts, I'm guessing, based on Sly Requisitioner being in play. Does he like them enough that I want Destructive Tampering? Maybe. Speedway Fanatic's probably what we lose again. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be artifacts in our opponent's deck. Based on what we saw, we just didn't see them. We just saw all the removal ever. I guess our Filigree Crawler isn't the worst here because it replaces itself and our opponent has tons of like very, very good removal spells, but I think I'm okay with this plan. Oh god, this hand is pretty bad. Except for that we have an efficient construction. I do think we have to send it away though, and I don't do that very often when I have like the card I sort of drafted around, but without any red or black. I mean, I am on the draw. I have a decent chance of drawing black or a Renegade map, but we have no early plays. Yeah, I'm going to send it back. All right, no blue this time, but our hand is filled with artifacts, so it's not a huge deal. Do we put Watchful Automaton on the bottom? It's another card we can play, but I guess hitting an island ASAP is probably better, especially when we have things we can play anyway. All right, we still have that hold on our upkeep. Hey, there's the island we wanted. We will play Solvent and end our turn. All right, Aether Meltdown's nice to see. Now we just play an Automaton. Filigree Familiar. That is obnoxious. Just blocks super well, and our opponent gets value out of it. So we're not going to attack. We're just going to play Reckless Fireweaver. Could be Sly Requisitioner time. Not super concerned if that's what our opponent decided to do here. Do I just block and force my opponent to use something? No, I don't think so. I'd rather hold on to my Fireweaver. It's like a legit win condition in this deck, especially in conjunction with Efficient Construction, so this dying to a trick didn't really seem worth it to me, if that's what my opponent had. And taking 2 was not a huge risk to take. Aether Meltdown's kind of funny against Augmenting Automaton. Okay, do I attack with Welder Automaton here and just offer the trade? I don't think I do. I think I just play Treasure Keeper, drops our opponent to 21. And we hold on to our Aether Meltdown. Yeah, no attacks. Right, there's Defiant Salvager. It's interesting, our opponent doesn't seem to have the hand filled with removal this time. It'd be nice for him to get a mix, you know, from his perspective, because he has so much good removal. Yeah, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. Drawing a card. I mean, it's... I don't love it, I guess, but it's perfectly fine. All right. Foundry Assembler. Yeah, I guess I cast him, huh? We have up red. We do have Shock, but we don't have it in our hand. But our opponent doesn't know either of those things, actually. I don't think we played Shock in the first game. Do I attack with Treasure Keeper now? I think I do. Oh, yeah. No good blocks. I mean, their turn. Salvager can, of course, eat Augmenting Automaton, too, but that's not so good for our opponent. If he attacks with the Automaton, I just take it. If he attacks with the Salvager, I think I block it with Foundry Assembler. Although, waiting till a turn where I have mana up for Aether Meltdown is worth thinking about, just so that I can counteract what if my opponent plays a trick that's going to blow out my... just kill my Foundry Assembler. Ooh, Sly Requisitioner is here. So now he can start eating artifacts and getting a servo, which is pretty gross. Yeah, that's the plan. All right. That is a 4/4. I would have taken it if he attacked. Okay, Efficient Construction. I think we kind of have to play that as much as I'd like to leave Aether Meltdown up. We kind of got to play it. See if our opponent has their card to just nuke our enchantment, the Decommission, which if he has extras of, definitely got sighted in after losing to Efficient Construction in the first game. We do have Aether Meltdown to make the Defiant Salvager look kind of sad, because, you know, he has to sacrifice even more things to it, and we come out ahead eventually. Although with Sly Requisitioner, our opponent is in a pretty solid place. I was going to say, one thing I'm a little afraid of is our opponent eventually hitting that removal. And they just did. So, hit some of it at least. Okay, I think we just play P-Foul in this situation. I think I also attack. I think I attack with Treasure Keeper first. All right, we get in for 3. And we play P-Foul, which will give us a Thopter. And do an additional 1 damage to our opponent. 2, we'll actually do 2 here. So Fireweaver is doing work. Glad I didn't trade early with him. Right, eating another creature. This one doesn't make a servo, though, luckily. Opponent may be just trying to turn on... yeah, there's decommission. We got one Thopter out of the deal, which isn't great, but could be worse. Opponent attacks. They are... that is aggressive. Okay. I'm going to try to trade my Automaton here. I'm pretty sure my opponent has a trick, but I think we should make him use it on something that's not that great. Okay. I'm perfectly okay with that. Now it's really sad that he blew up what he did. Do I just attack with everything? I'm not planning on blocking. So I think I play... I'm going to play... we don't have anything with double red. So yeah, I'll play Implement first, which will do 2 to our opponent. I'll do 1, and then it'll do another 1. The life our opponent gained is frustrating, but hey, what are you going to do? All right. Opponent goes to 13. And, yeah, I think we attack with everything. Yep. Opponent may have impeccable timing or something, but we have Aether Meltdown. Okay, Def Dismissal. I'm okay with him killing that, since we can still get in for 6 here. Opponent is out of cards, and we have Aether Meltdown ready to sort of shut this guy down. Don't play something scary. That's pretty scary. We're going to have to use Aether Meltdown here. We can block the Dawn Feather Eagle at least with our P-Foul, so that's good. But we'll probably use Universal Solvent on the yeah, we will. So we're just going to go Aether Meltdown, go to 7 instead of to 3. Shock, huh? Well, what does that mean? I think it means I'm attacking with my Treasure Keeper and planning on shocking the Salvager out of the way before it gets too big. I mean, it does sort of 2-for-1 me because I use 2 cards to deal with the guy, but I'm going to do it. All right, so that guy's gone. And we can block this eagle and eventually just kill it. So if we ever draw another land. Call for Unity. That card's gross. Okay, oh, now it's really gross. Okay, so we're in a lot of trouble now. We probably have to use our Solvent on Call for Unity, and now we really want to draw the land so we can use our Solvent. So please give us the land. That is not the land. It's like the only card in our deck we couldn't play, too. That is not good news. Okay. Do I attack with everything here? Is that actually the play? Drops my opponent to 1. He can swing back at me for 6. If he has... This doesn't get the counter until the end. I guess attacking with the Thopter is pointless, but the other guys, not so pointless. So we're going to attack with both of them. Okay, opponent goes down to 4. Hope he drew a land. That's my biggest hope right here. Okay, yeah, he's just going to go for making his eagle big enough that I can't kill it in combat. I think we trade, though. Yeah, he's going to exile it anyway. So trading is... Offering the trade, I think, is the smart thing to do there. Okay, so they're both going to get bigger now. What we really need right here is Tezzeret's touch mana, because he'll have to block with his Dawn Feather Eagle. But how good are the chances of that? We can also, if we draw land, blow up Call for Unity. We did not draw land. Come on. Okay, well, we're not completely dead, but we're heading in that direction rapidly. Efficient construction could help us get out of this, but it is a pretty ugly situation. Okay. The good news is it's kind of surprising our opponent's going all in on Call for Unity when my Universal Solvent is staring him in the face. But I'm cool with it. I'm gonna... guess I'd rather block with Treasure Keeper in the event our opponent decides not to do the thing he's gonna do. But he did it. Okay. Please land. Not a land, but it's all right. Buys us a lot more time to blow up that Call for Unity, so it'll do. Should have left an island open there. I mean, I have plenty of blockers anyway, but I still should have left an island open there. He can't be too aggressive. I guess that's part of the reason he's not just like trying to kill me. We block with Treasure Keeper here. Please land. Oh, God. Okay, can we go wide enough to kill my opponent in the near future? Can we actually just do it now? We actually can just do it now if my opponent has nothing in his hand. I don't think it's worth the risk because we can still buy ourselves a lot of time because we can go Trophy Mage, grab our 3-drop creature, play the 3-drop creature, which will also give us a Thopter. So, yeah, I think that's better. Just trying to go wide enough to kill our opponent is the plan. We could have given our Peafowl Flying and attacked with everything, but our opponent has one card in his hand. So I'm going to play a little more conservative, especially because this play gives us 3 bodies. So that goes a pretty long way towards helping us kill our opponent. So now we can just attack next turn and kill our opponent. So works for me. Filigree Crawler. That is a large Filigree Crawler. Why is it? Isn't it like a 2/4? Shouldn't it be? Why is it a 5/5? Something seems wrong there. Okay. What do we offer to block with here? Trophy Mage, I think. Want to hold on? Well, I guess I'm going to have flying blockers. So let's just do this. If our opponent just decides to kill it, it's whatever. He does. Yeah, I guess there's no reason he wouldn't decide to kill it. Right, our opponent's hand's empty now, so he's just dead, regardless of what we draw. We were being cautious for no reason, and now they're really dead. They have 3 blockers. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. Yeah, we just attack with everything. And they're dead. Cautious play paid off, but it turned out not to be necessary, you know. And that is lethal. All right. So going into the third match, going to try to actually win some packs here after the debacle of our first match.